Okay, folks, so I just finished watching the press conference with Putin as a translator. Um, and he's going to make a decision on whether or not he's going to bring, but it sounds like they're going to do it. Okay, as the things are popping up, as the live stream just ended about bringing Donetsk and Lugansk in, and all of his people, I was sitting there looking at it. All his people got up and said, I'm just going to give it to you in short because I watched the whole thing. My honest opinion. They're telling Putin, we're tired of the West. We're tired of the United States. Virtually what they were telling him is that the longer we sit back and wait, they're going to continue to pump Ukraine, Kiev with state-of-the-art military nuclear weapons while we sit back and wait. They said we need to declare them as part of Russia. They kept telling him we have many Russian people over here, almost 1 million. And they've been living in basements. Okay, this is their opinion, right? This is what they're giving Putin as he's calling everybody up to give their opinion, and military, everybody in this whole parliament. And from what I gathered, man, they're telling Putin, like, listen, you got to stop being a punk. Basically, I'm going to put it to you in street terms. You got to stop being a punk. Take your gloves off. Because we are tired of watching the United States, okay, come in here and tell our people what to do, our neighboring country, and they keep pumping them full of money and weapons because they're not trying to negotiate. In other words, they say you can stop. As I said before, they're about that action. They're tired of it, okay, and they want Putin to make a move. Now, again, this has been an ongoing battle since 2008, according to the meeting that I just watched. And they talked about how the kids, some children have been killed during the shelling between Ukraine and so Russia is blaming Ukraine and making them to be the bad guy in this situation because they are allowed. In other words, they're telling Putin that the United States has their hand up Ukraine's backside and they are making them do whatever and talk however they want them to. And Putin, you need to, again, street terms, stop being a punk and get busy. Because they support, and they said, and while watching it, it was hard for them to say it, but they wanted that. I mean, they were saying it. We need to go in here and we need to go here and be about that action, basically. So he says he's going to make a decision later on the recognizing Donetsk and Lugansk as a people's republic, okay, independent from Ukraine. He said, we don't have any borders with Ukraine, but they said, but when the United States gets involved, we do have borders. We've been living side by side next to them for all this time. Now, all of a sudden, it's a problem because they stepping in. And again, one of the ladies that jumped up looked like Hillary Clinton. She said, well, all of a sudden, Joe Biden can snap his fingers and all of a sudden the attorney general is gone out of Ukraine. This is the thing I'm saying, that I believe God raised up Biden and sat Trump down for this thing to happen, so that this invasion, this conflict could take place. Over 68,000 people have been evacuated. Now, these people in Donetsk and Lugansk, they are Russian. Okay, they speak Russian. They're Russian folks, and they basically told him, "You need to stand up and fight for your people." Okay, we can no longer, as I've been saying. Okay, as I've been saying, folks, they said we can no longer sit back and look like punks to the rest of the world while the United States continues to pump Ukraine and Kiev with nuclear weapons and state-of-the-art weapons. And basically what I was saying, the longer we sit back and wait, the harder it may be for us to go up against them. Because what they're going to do, and the way they talk, as I said before, they're going to overthrow that capital and put their own people in there so that they don't have this NATO union with Ukraine. They are all his people stood up on the mic and said, look, we don't want to be a part of that. We don't want to see that. And so what we did in 2008, they're telling him we need to do that again this time around before it becomes too late. So today, and they're saying they want to have a meeting with you and talk, but then they don't tell you what they want to talk about. They're telling him it's time to be about that action. Basically, quit talking with these folks is what they're saying, and just and let's get it popping. That's street terms. That's what I got out of this meeting. I did record some of it. But pretty much, man, it's that's basically what's happening. Their people are tired. They're telling Putin, "Let's go, let's go, take the gloves off, let's roll," as Optimus Prime would have said. So, basically, that's what I got out of it. And again, prophecy must be fulfilled. He will go in here and settle up on Ukraine, and then come down from the north on top of Israel, take Turkey, okay, and Syria and Damascus. Then there will be a fight. Isaiah 17 will be fulfilled then. Okay. So will at the same time, not Joel, but Ezekiel 38. So that's what I got out of that meeting. And let's just keep watching and keep your eyes open. Peace.